Ralston. I am a fourth generation farmer in western Hardin County. Raised a little over 1,000 acres of corn, soybeans, and this year we had wheat. Farming is the only thing I've ever done. We're on my home farm here. This is the place that I was born, raised, and always been. So I have great pride in our little farm here, and hope to stay here for the rest of my life. So I'm the current president. I'll be retiring, I guess, after this year as president of the County Farm Bureau. I'm finishing my second term on the county board. Farm Bureau has always been there for me and my family. They're a great support as far as local agriculture and community agriculture. When I was in high school, I received scholarship through the County Farm Bureau, and just always had a great love for Farm Bureau, going to the Young Ag Professional events and getting to know several people from around the state and developing great business relationships that way. Whole family has really been involved in Farm Bureau. My dad was a past board member, my uncles, and they've always been active in Farm Bureau and helped out at both county and state level. As president, I went on several trips throughout the state and the nation. I've been to DC several times, talking to our leaders on Farm Bureau policy and events that happen right here close to us here in Hardin County and involve agriculture. That's very important. That's one thing Farm Bureau is very good at, is focusing on agriculture and agricultural policy and getting things done. Our leaders, both state and national, really look to Farm Bureau for advice when it comes to agricultural policies and how to change things to not only better the country, but better us as farmers. So last year, the Hardin County Farm Bureau had their first ever ATV tour, and had a pretty good time at that. We toured the western side of Hardin County through the side of the marsh. Got to see Roar's Carrot Farm, the Van Derzen Dairy, Royer's Cattle Farm, and several other avenues of agriculture that is on the western side of Hardin County. Looking forward to another great tour again. The tour date is September 24th. We're going to tour through east central Hardin County. Sounds like a really fun packed day of learning a lot about what the little niche things we do here in Hardin County that's different, rather than just growing corn and soybeans.
Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I am a face of the Ohio Farm Bureau. The reason that we enjoy our Farm Bureau membership so much is because it helps us to connect with local farmers. We can buy our local produce, meat for the freezer, things like vegetables and fruits, honey and maple syrup. I can get those all local right here in my community. I do a lot of home preserving and freezing and canning for my family, and it's nice to know that I can buy all of those things right here in my town and in my community and know where the meats and the fruits and the vegetables are all coming from, and also support my local community. Another part of the Farm Bureau that we enjoy using is the ability to use it for local discounts in town. Things like our car and home insurance. We can use it at local small businesses. We can use it also to buy tickets for amusement parks like Kings Island and Cedar Point. So there are a lot of local as well as national discounts that we can use it for.
Hi, my name is Adam Wagner, and I am a face of Farm Bureau. These are my sheep out here. I am a fourth generation farmer right now. I've but I am a first-generation sheep farmer. I started this project as a 4-H project when I was 10 years old. It was just show lambs. I went into my first show. I enjoyed it, and it's now blossomed into where I am raising club lambs and running my own set of ewes. This past year at the 2016 Ohio State Fair, we raised the grand champion open class strop. So that was rather impressive. Here at Wagner Family Livestock, we are on the edge of technology between using laparoscopic artificial insemination with the bucks. We're using better genetics to grow our herd out here. It's kind of a suffocy and fine bone, but we're trying to get bigger bone and bigger footed and make the better lambs and better ewes so we can continue to compete across the state and throughout the county. Currently, I am a sophomore at The Ohio State University, majoring in agri-science education. My experience at Ohio State has allowed me to grow and learn so much more about the industry, not just what I have learned here with my own flock, but also as I work. So it helps me grow and realize that there's more than just the show side. There's also the meat production, wool side, all these industries that come from sheep, and it makes me just enjoy this. This year, as I attended the Young Ag Professionals Conference in Columbus, Ohio, I attended a lot of financial classes to be able to learn how to grow my business and be able to how to pay for things that I might not be able to pay for. I'm very thankful that the Ohio Farm Bureau gave me the opportunity to learn and grow myself.
I'm Madeline Lowry, and I'm a face in Farm Bureau, and it's probably an old face in Farm Bureau, and hope to be around for many more years. I've been on quite a number of committees, and we had the kids from Hardin Northern here for that fun day, trying to teach young children everything about agriculture. I think Farm Bureau has to be to educate the kids where agriculture products come from. Where does milk come from? Where does the meat that we eat come from? And all the vegetables and so forth. We have to be the one to tell them about. Education is very important. I taught school for a long time, and really all the kids remember coming to the farm. We don't remember too much else about education. They remember coming to the farm. So.
Yeah, my name is Ted Griffith, and I am the 4th generation here on our family farm. My father is Bill Griffith, my mother is Phyllis, and we farm here near Ada, and we farm 1,700 acres. We grain farm, but we also have a seed business, Powell Seeds, and what we produce on the farm is then processed and marketed here locally in the Hardin. We have 50 acres of seed corn production this year, and we have 1,000 acres of soybean seed production, and we have 150 acres of seed wheat production. Seed corn is very labor intensive. We hire 50 kids in the summer. In fact, we just wrote the checks out to the kids, and $20,000 was put back into the community. The local high school kids that helped us detassel the seed corn. It is very labor intensive, like I said. In the fall, we hire a crew to help us sort through the seed corn as we're harvesting. It's just not run the combine through the field and put it in the bin. It's quite a bit more than that.
So you actually send people through every row to detassel every ear of corn that grows.
Right. We're trying to produce a hybrid. We leave 2 rows not detasseled, and then we detassel 6 rows. We have a 2-6-2-6 configuration. We detassel the 6 rows so that the 2 rows can pollinate the 6 rows. The 2 rows are a different genetic type than the 6 rows. And by combining the genetics of 2 different types, you get a hybrid. Farm Bureau is very important to the farmers. It is our voice, and without Farm Bureau, we don't have somebody in Columbus talking about agriculture and the needs of farmers. We don't have somebody in Washington, D.C. talking to the lawmakers about the issues facing farmers. That's the main reason I'm a member of Farm Bureau. Sure, there's a lot of other positives with Farm Bureau as well, but the main reason I am a member of Farm Bureau is for the voice that it gives us. Because nobody's going to do anything for me except for me. So what I do for myself is I'm a member of Farm Bureau, so that we provide funding for a voice to stand up to everybody and to give our side of the story. Because if we just hear the other side and they don't get our side of the story, well, then we'll just get trampled. So Farm Bureau is huge for the farmers, and huge for food production in the United States. You know, we produce a plentiful, cheap food supply for our country, and you know, it's important that we have that from the standpoint of everybody in the country. They don't want to have to spend more money on food than what they have to, and you know, that's our goal as farmers, and Farm Bureau helps us achieve our goal.
Hello, my name is Bailey Wagner. I'm currently a junior at The Ohio State University, majoring in agri-science education. I am involved in very numerous activities at Ohio State and along with outside sources, including Farm Bureau, Agriculture Education Society, 4 Paws for OSU, Sigma Alpha Professional Agriculture Sorority, and a lot of those activities revolve around education. With being an education major, I love educating those about agriculture especially. So one of my favorite activities to do is educating those who aren't in touch with agriculture on a daily basis. So that could be me going into a school in Columbus and just teaching them how simple things of what comes in ice cream comes from a dairy cow and stuff like that. Those kids don't see that stuff very often on a daily basis, but when you can bring that into their life and relate it to what they do every day, it makes a huge impact on them. And then they now know how to make ice cream in a bag. Like, who doesn't want to know that? The Ohio Soybean Council is actually through Education Projects and Partnership. They are an organization that goes out and does a lot of curriculum-based material for commodities like Ohio Soybean Council, Ohio Corn and Wheat, and other numerous commodities that you would think of in the agriculture industry, they create a lot of curriculum that they can use then at Ohio State Fair, at other outreach events that inform those that don't know about agriculture about what we do in the agricultural business, especially with the soybeans. We show kids from the process of just a seedling of soybean to we put it in a bag with some water droplets and a cotton ball, and those kids can watch it grow in the bag into a full soybean plant. Ohio Soybean Council is just like a lot of other people. They want people to know about agriculture, and that's what I love about working with them. It is truly about getting people who are not in touch with agriculture to know about it. So along with Ohio Soybean Council, there's many other commodities and other organizations that relate to agriculture that love doing the same thing, like Ohio Farm Bureau. Ohio Farm Bureau has a Young Ag Professionals Conference in January where over 1,000 farmers meet together who have like minds just like me, who want to educate those who don't know about agriculture. This year when I got to attend the Young Ag Professionals Conference, I was able to learn along with other people who have the same interests as I do. That is something I'm truly passionate about, is educating others while I'm also learning. Hi, I'm Bailey Wagner and I'm a face in Farm Bureau.
Why one should join Farm Bureau. One of the greatest things that we think of when we think about agricultural education is we prepare young people for the world, we prepare them for career success. But then when they walk out our doors, where's the next step? In my mind, the next natural step is Farm Bureau. Farm Bureau has done a fantastic job in Hardin County of supporting kids with scholarships, camp scholarships while they're in high school, and then also those scholarships that prompt them on to college or whatever their next step is. Anyone looking to promote agriculture in Hardin County or across Ohio or even across the country needs to look into the opportunity to become a member of Farm Bureau. If you are in an age bracket where you could do the Young Professionals Associate organization that they have in Hardin County, that is a fantastic chance for people to really engage at a deep level and say, how do I make a difference in my community? Because one of the greatest things we can leave in our past is our legacy. So how do you create a legacy for agriculture that makes a substantial difference in the lives of those in Hardin County? It's truly through Farm Bureau. I'm Stephanie Jolliffe, a face of Farm Bureau.
My name is Austin Heil, and I am a face in Farm Bureau. I come from a family of a 6th generation farm that started back in 1839. And Farm Bureau has allowed me to take my experience and to be able to meet with others through the YAP conferences that we have in January. I also serve on the board here in Hardin County as a policy chair. And with this role has allowed me to go out to Kansas City, where I met with other young ag professionals through Farmer and Rancher Conference, where I could talk with them and they could speak with me on different experiences and different policies that they are working on in their area of the United States. Using those ideas, we can bring those back to an area like Hardin County, to where we can continue to allow Farm Bureau to work with our state legislative and our federal government in DC, so that I, being a 6th generation farmer, can continue to take what we have here and I can take it and pass it on to the next generations to come. And speaking about the next generation of agriculturalists and our next generations, Farm Bureau is also very involved in the water quality that not only we have up in Lake Erie, but also that we're facing in the Ohio River and also down the Gulf of Mexico. And Farm Bureau is working hard to work with other agencies and collaborate with them so that we as agriculturalists can find out ways of new agricultural practices that we can implement on our farm. One of the implementations that we're using here on our farm is using GPS guided technologies. And by using those technologies, we can understand what different areas, different zones of our farms are using. And one thing that we're using here on our farm is a drone. And by using the drone, we can use technologies like this so that we can understand exactly what is going on in certain zones of the field so that we can minimize our footprint that we have on our environment.